So hi everyone. I guess I'm Yamu here.
This is Rad.
And we were both in Beirut. And also Anthony, my flatmate, is also around. And I guess I want to mention that at the beginning, if there is any disruptions happens, I guess maybe it's a moment or opportunities that invites us to think about infrastructures and also what actually facilitates and enables or allows of what to happen and what might be the conditions for poetry and for art and then also culture production in general. And for some of the other things I want to mention, maybe I'll keep it later. And I'm happy to have John with me here on site, and also Aasma and Kaushal on the other side of the screen, and also all the listeners there around with us. And this is a long poem. There are 54 chapters. So I suggest that before we read, we also read out the chapter title, for example, 1, 2, 3, and then goes on to start to read. And I also suggest that I guess each of us to finish the whole chapter. It can be 1, 2, 3 continuously, or it can just be 1, and you pass to the person that next to you. And I suggest that maybe I start for the first one, and then I pass it to John, and then that it goes to the Delhi side, that you can decide Aasma or Kaushal who wants to start first, and then goes back to me here.
Yeah.
And the other points the author of this long poem, Etel, Adnan, she was a writer, painter, and poet at the same time. So there's a lot of visuals on this long poem. We will not be able to read out these visuals or these little drawings, but their existence or their presence are definitely there, and I hope our voices can somehow embody these little drawings inside the poems. Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds good,
Okay, cool. So should I start to read?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. 1. A yellow sun, a green sun, a yellow sun, a red sun, a blue sun. A sun, a sun, a blue, a red, a blue. A blue-yellow sun, a yellow-red sun, a blue-green sun, a yellow boat, a yellow sun, a red, blue, and yellow. A yellow morning on a green sun, a flower on a blue bud. A yellow sun, a green sun, a yellow sun, a red sun, a blue sun. A yellow sun, a small craft, a boat, a red, blue. A quiet blue sun on a card table, a red which is blue and a wheel. A solar sun, a lunar sun, a starry sun, a nebular sun. A yellow sun, a green sun, a yellow sun, courage, running. A blue sun before a red sun, a green sun before a lunar sun, a flora sun, a small craft as round as a round sun, a solar moon. Another sun jealous of yellow, enamored of red, terrified by blue horizontal. A sun romantic as yellow, jealous as blue, amorous as a cloud. A full sun, a timid sun, then sorrowful and bellicose sun. A pharaonic boat, an Egyptian sun, a solar universe, and a universal sun. A solar arrow crosses the sky, an eye dreads the sun is an eye. A tubular sun haunted by the tubes of the sea, a sun pernicious and vain. A Hopi, a red Indian sun, an Arab black sun, a sun yellow and blue. A solar Hopi, a solar Indian brightening, a solar Arab darkening, a solar chord, a musical Greek, a rosé solar, a sun in an old sky, a sun in a rim in a sun rolling on the sky. A blue sky for a yellow sun, a yellow sky for a blue sun. A blue tattoo in the sky, a sun tattooed with scenes, solar scenes. A Bedou sunstruck, a sun sick, and the sea drowning the sea. A sun alarming the color yellow alarming the sun, moon, and sea. A militant tattoo, a militant sun in a warm universe. A straight sun. A solar craft under the Nile crossing the sun laughing. A solar imbecile, a lunar cloud, a polar woman, a sun ultra brave. A sun, solar nocturnal, fluvial, bestial, choleric, and yellow as yellow. An egg yolk sun confined to a sunlight tearing its skin into lightning. A solar craft under the Nile crossing the sun laughing. A sunlight and solar tattoo is the Arab eye in the middle of the Milky Way. A maddening yellow, another peacefully green, a blue tarot, old moon. A yellow and quiet sun on the quiet and soft horizon next to flowers. Every day a sun, victory of the yellow on the green of the green, over the yellow in the meadow of tears.
2. A yellow sun, toward the sea, a sun reckless and in love with the sea. The meritorious, lightning rod going to the heart of a lemon. A purple sun over a planetary volcano. O Mexico, bed undone over a flower. O moon non-solar, O woman non-Egyptian, O royal and solar council of kings. Great Inca, O ant-like sun, blue ant in front of a red cat. Giant Hopi, hopping on the dinosaur, blue-green sun, bitter misfortune. War vessel, yellow sun, peace vessel, yellow sun, motion. Boredom's trajectory on the mobile wall, O white hospital. Moon as green as frozen leaf under the avalanche of a solar star. A black sun, a still black ink, black light blue silk tree. A black tree, a palm tree, black and inky like a tower. The silk of trees, a yellow sun in an egg, and the sea of tears, a child as yellow as the sun. The tattoo on the belly, the sun in the rectal extremity and eye, the cut ear of the moon. The moon atrocious, a yellow crying flower on a bird's wing. Crying thrice solar toes caressed by the flux, red Pacific Ocean. The sun is a Syrian king riding the horse from Homs to Palmyra, open skies proceeding. A sun sunning the bed of a nocturnal river season. A Hopi filled with bitter whiskey, a solar bar in the midst of America. Anthracite, a sun as androgynous as yellow mixed to blue, red and blue bird. A yellow sun, purple sun, and the purple heaved the wind. An Indian sun, a Hindu sun, a Zoroastrian sun, a sun for catacombs. My pain mounting the sun like a racing horse. The field is infinite. The yellow sun claimed like a melon from Amazonia. O dead Indians. A red sun, a black sun, a yellow sun, purple sun, and nothing else. Both courted the raven, orgiastic under the rain, the wind. How? How? Desert morning sun, solar morning, banal morning, apotheosis. The injury went by. Sun risen as early as a long bewitched universe, teapot full of atoms. The yellow sun, in my lunar cancer, in the heart of the rose, the prisoner's cry. O sun which tortures the Arab's eye in the enemy's prison. Sun yellow silence.
The night of the non-event, war in the vacant sky, the phantom's absence, funerals, coffin not covered with roses, unarmed population, long. The yellow sun's procession from the mosque to the vacant place, mute taxis, plain-clothed army, silent herds, silenced music, Palestinians with no Palestine. The night of the great Inca did not happen. Engineless planes extinguished the sun. Fishermen with no fleet fish, with no sea fleet, with no fish sea without fishermen. Guns with faded flowers, Che Guevara reduced to ashes. No shade. The wind neither rose nor subsided. The Jews were absent. Flat tires. The little lights are not lit. No child has died. No rain. I did not say that spring was leaving. The dead did not return. The mosque has launched its unheeded prayer, lost in the waves. The street lost its stones, brilliant asphalt, useless roads, dead army. Snuffed is the street to shut off the gas, refugees with no refuge, no candle. The procession hasn't been spared. Time went by, silent phantom. Stagnant tide, weightless blackness, motionless cold around a non-existent fire. Car with no driver, a Shrafi Hamra of words under lock, fear with no substance, windowless walled city. A dead man forced to go home on foot, a bullet in the belly. Prayer in the mosque, black procession tinier than ants, Allahu Akbar. Cybernetics of doom, broken machine. A breeze but no garden. The much awaited enemy has not come. He ate his yellow sun and vomited. Time, lemon crushed by a wheel grating under funeral. Between Beirut and Sidon, there is the sea. This night is not of wars. Nothing is crushed by the silence. Guns are rusting in travel bags. Revolution.
4. A yellow sun in the belly, red wine, blood zebra, stripes in the solar sky. A green sun streaked with Indians, O massacre in splendor. Overheated sun, furnace voyage in petrolic gardens, O slumber. A solar level, a solar country, a solar tribe, shoo, a valley's flank. A yellow world, a blue sun, a yellow sun, eternal vertigo in my hand. A nilotic sluice, stopping the sun, the moon terrified. O crushed legend, a sun, yellow, a sun, green, a boat, blue and pink. Solar star on the forehead, and the moon for an eye. Pharaoh's tomb. O fear, O pain, spinal cord plundered by the conquest. Solar palm tree, immense cancer on a Milky Way. The constellations of sorrow. A yellow sun over Mexico trembles. Mexico trembles. Sleeps the sun. A green sun and a solar sun, the slowness of the solar boats along your arm. A world. I rolled as grass ate the slug, my flowers are cut. A Nubian, nubile spring rape of almond trees in no flowers, diaphanous flowers. An Arab, tortured, mutilated, vomits the sun hangs from his feet, meticulously. A yellow sun, a blue sun, a purple sun, a green sun, a Jerusalem, the Lord's house of shame, a calcinated Jerusalem, Jerusalem of glass. A sun, did you say? Yellow, did you say? A sun, did you say? Yellow, you didn't say? Astral television, thundering ball kissing a worm, purple sun, and a green sun on the meadow of tears, a sun in my pocket, wretched pocket sun, a yellow sun, a dust noise, point, 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 a point, and a blue circle. Oh fear, oh pain, sun settled in my head, and eyes of toys. A sun, glacial, nocturnal, gardenal, pentothal, dialectical, and Yemenite. Yemen, yellow like pollen from the Yemen and snow from the Sierra. The day's death, a yellow sun, colorless vertigo. The sun eating almond trees, a solar palm, museums, sarcophagi, and rot. The sea is widowed, yes. A tearful sun, doped with roses, swims in nebulae now. Green and purple destroy bone marrow in an ink pot. Crushed horizon. A universe waiting solar sun knocking at the door, eating its own words. A D-side sun. There is a rally in yellow chaos. A sun lying on the highway, a sheriff checking its heart. Have a good laugh. When the bordello opened its door, they found the sun fucking. A yellow sun yawns over Beirut, and Paris is dying, and New York is painting. Oh, unsoon time.
Five. A yellow sun, my father an assassin. I have a sun on each finger, hat hair, thick hat of hair. A red sun, a north solar and red. In the sky a fragment from a tree. The Hopi Indian holding his sexual organ divine P for funeral oration. A sun goes through your eye to black wings. O yellow tamified sun, boat on the lagoon, sun on the canal, sailboat on the bay, gallant on the channel. Blue waters bestride the Amazon moon, O Amazonia without Indians. The Amazon moon is catching fire, green sun, blue sun, my mother's pot-bellied fish, decapitated suns, series of stars, yellow sun, rocket, mad, 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 mad. A solar fool, an insane sun, solar insanity. An insane sun, solar insanity, insane sun. My yellow insanity, green mud in my vines, calcified sun, a radar went insane. Yellow, green, red, blue, cosmic radar, a solar naked and insane man. A sun blue in a black sky, a sun young in a black root, yes. A woman solar, a woman lunar, a female sun. Snow put into digits. A sun yellow and desperate. A marketplace full of sun. A sun sold in Mexico, peeled in Borneo, marred in Beirut. Wang. A sun skinned, a moon sodomized, a brain unhinged, a dog electrocuted. A sun yellow, green sleepwalker, a sleepwalker stricken with sleep. An open space, a number, a woman crucified with flowers, 1 and 1 to nothing. The moon left Amazonia, an Inca licking her feet, the sun watching. A corpse carried straight up through jungles. Oh, school for snacks, charming the charmer. A yellow sun, rising and murdered, toothache. A tree white and in bloom. The sun is my dispersed childhood's tree. Sunset with no morning, no night. Black. A blue sun streaked with purple lonely, mourning widowed, long. Or moaning, who, like wind in the belly. Who, more than widowed. Some telephone. Some thick toned silence telephone silence. Spider. A drugged morphine craving sun. A assertion of the mountain, the distance from the sea. A solar drug, an open mushroom, a mushrooming sun, a red drug. A black sun mating a red sun. Black redder in your black eye, spider. A sun weary of rolling, a sun tossed away, a sick sun shining through its agony.
6. Son of Wichita burns a single cornstalk in Wichita. The mayor's phallus. One son in Wichita, 3 boats in Cheyenne. Stop, my thoughts emerge. Oh, disaster. Stop, oh, son. Stop, oh, bliss. Stop. A broken engine. An eye rounded and yellowed by the prison. Stop. San Quentin streams under the sun. A solar boat, a palm tree, the refrigerator, and the Cordillera under my arm. Voyage to the hollow of a valley in the center of my memory. Sulfuric burns. I tell the sun's story, it answers, I decode, it sends new messages, I decode. From the center of the sun, a tree sends a message. Bzz, 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 bzz. A cancer grows. On its neck, the tree carries cancer, a solar cancer, solar baby. A yellow sun crammed in a boat, a vessel with melon soft belly you kiss. Lagoon La Paz, the sea of Cortez, blue ink on the rock. Sharp-edged is the ocean. The sea is green, so is the mother with toothache and amputation. After torture, a son from Diyarbakir, a gully under the ramparts and sonorous boats. A son from Mardin, and the spring exploded. Oh, the purple velvet of the hills. A Turkish sun, an Arab sun, a Kurdish sun, a Hindu owlish sun. A solar morning on the Euphrates. Wichita is crying in the king's vagina. A pink sun, a day as single as a cherry flower mounting an elephant. Oh, disaster. Solar boat tattoo on my belly and rice fields. There are rice fields in my hair, a sun in my nostrils. Stop. Follow round and round, in the navel of the drawer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green sun, purple sun, a sun in messy Masoud, black sun, a sun full of gas and petrol, a few oil, alcohol, and tears. Egg yolk, sun locked into an asylum. Stop, a night in Gaziantep. A variegated woman sitting on tombs under the sun's gaze. My life a highway, driven by armies. General sun is devastating. Victoria's sun, vertigo at the bed's foot, and staircases tumbling down. Sun ambulance, siren, collapsing stars, and the rainful of Milky Ways. Oh, silence. A sun cutting Syria in two, gassing trees, blackbird from Suvar, A stream is singing under the youthful grass. A horse is coming home, and the sun is passing by.
7. A warring sun in Beirut, thunderous April, cool breeze on the ships. Yellow sun on a pole, and I in the gun's hole, a dead from Palestine. A purple sun in my friend's pocket, meanderings in Paris. A bird on a dead Palestinian stove, a fly at the butchery. Beirut sulfuric acid, stop. The quarantina is torching its inmates. Stop, Beirut. A sun on the finger, a sun in the gut, a sun climbing an elephant. Cannibal anthropophagus sun wart on the cargoes. A yellow sun on the face, cancer on the Palestinian cruelty of the palm tree. I led a ship under the sea to the living and the dead. Yes, yes, yes. A black sun, 45 black corpses for a single coffin, black eye listening. I saw a hawk eat a child's brain in the dumps of Dekone. A dead sun was a toy in Sapre. I cut the sky in two. A sun rotten and eaten by worms floats over Beirut. Silence is sold by the pound. Silence is sold by the pound. Bedouins covered by sarcophagi, known that a tattooed moon floods you with dynamite. A sun blown up, a child blown up, a fish blown up, the street blown up. Eat and vomit the sun. Eat and vomit the war. Hear an angel explode. A bestial sun crawls on my backbone and gnaws at my neck. Its hair is falling. Outside fascism, dressed in green, masturbates its guns. A backfired adventure. I saw Beirut the fool write with blood, death to the moon. A rocket shatters the house. Bullets fly. They rip up a store. They stampede a cat. I took the sun by the tail and threw it in the river. Explosion. Boom. Beirut syphilis carrying hold. The sun is contaminated by the city. A blue sun receding, a Kurd killing an American, an Armenian killing a Palestinian. The solar wheel of Syrian races. O insane nomads, drinkers of dust, a hydrophilic sun, a hilarious yellow sun, red and vein red sun. Beirut the mean, a party drunk with petroleum militia in whirlpools. A sun in a belly full of vegetables, a system of fat tuberoses, a sun which is soft. The eucalyptus are in bloom, the Arabs are under the ground, the Americans on the moon. The sun has eaten its children. I myself was a morning blessed with bliss.
8. The sun a pool of blood. A corpse lying in the sun. Who? Who? A yellow sun. The ocean is a balloon deflating its vomit. An adolescent died on the surface of the horizon. How blue is the sea? An anemic sun loses a tooth a day. Stop the war. The war laid its flowers under tombs, red for the unspilled blood. The war sprouted like a cactus between my toes. It's 5 o'clock. Treason floats down the smooth surface of the Euphrates like a woman. The sun's fingers are sawed, the moon is patient. I'm leaving. A sun tattooed with lies spilling over your legs. Who prevents us from kissing? A dead snake in the sun. A solar sun, a solar moon, a solar river, and that's all. A funeral sun carried over a headless body, a Kurd watching. despicable Arabian sun, triumphant Arabian sun, vanquished sun, a sun as lonesome as a fish with no baggage, a train. The Arabian sun of suffering whales, planetary journeys. I begged for a machine gun and was given a flower, poisoned. A yellow sun, a blue and purple sun, lying in a pool of blood. I counted one sun after another and my legs got covered with ants. I counted the ants and the sun blinded me. Palestine with no Palestine. A blue acetylene sun died of frost in the presence of a palm tree. In death, 1 plus 1 makes 3. Cactus ate me. There is an Arabian sun on Mount Arafat, a heap of cut legs. The sun is velvet winged, atomic bomb, nuclear face. Who is preventing us from rising? The pimpled face of the moon. A red sun, a purple sun, a green sun, a thick sun. This tender fish within the sun and this corpse in the yellow lake. I gave my blessing to the dumps where extinguished suns were buried.
The sun paces the sky like a trapped animal. Fat human, faced pig, never dimmed yellow sun. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I saw chickens in the sun's eye. I saw a dog, torture. Burn is the film thunder and sun over Cuba. A cargo of flight, who? Beirut, the yellow in its forest of guns, 12 and May and 75 mute soon city. The sun has its mouth stitched with barbed wire. Stop. Butcher's Arab sun. A sun of iron walks in a forest of guns. An eye burst open. Stop. She cried this morning. Stop. I counted up to 5. Stop. The sea is on the phone. Yellow sun exterminated ancestor sun. Green spring purple sun. Quasar. The sun has fallen in antimatter. There were mornings there where mornings go. Archangel. The sun spread in the acid city of Beirut, burnt with sulfur. More irreversible than death is the sun. Round cloth and rooster hat. They carried the sun on the back of a donkey to the top of the hill. 1,000 men can. A sun laid disfigured. Stop. To airplanes. Stop. Interminable ambulance. The pink colon smashed the face. Stop. The stone column broke the spine. A purple sun sees with vertical speed in its protuberances. There's ultimate speed in the sun's here, transfigured horse, and a dead person laid in her funeral bed, head looking like a rotten orange. May is her name, a yellow sun in her mouth, lantern counter fire. Stop. Every vertebra is an extinct sun. Each eye a volcano, each ear a crater. Eye extinct volcano eye, coffin closed on itself, ear meteor. Sun like urine paper, stop. Purple sun, stop. Black ants. An ambulance drives between two hedges of silence, black sun. A bullet over the ocean powders over an useless sun. My cigarette burns. A sun tattooed with our sins, stop. Sun tripped up by lightning, stop. Grabbing nutrients. In the sky, a solitary coffin is floating from one horizon to the other. A horse with lanterns for eyes carries the body in his mouth. Rainbows are perfect. A militant sky ends at Kalashnikov at the earth. Then
10. A pink dove shattered a human face, solar hair in its beak. A yellow sun, stop. A green sun, stop. A blue sun, stop. I asked the sun not to dismantle my body, unified forever. The sun is brawling its heat, bawling its pain. The sound of plants stop. A yellow sun, a vociferous sun, a blue sun, a sun oozing its electrodes. A crazy sun, a yellow sun, a palm tree blinking in the sun's eye. A sun ambulance carries Christ to the insane asylum, close to the monkeys. A yellow sun hates the color green, a green sun hating plants. How? The sun swings from one universe to another. Stop. The sun swings from one universe to another. My right eye is a sun, my left eye is a sun, my ears 2 suns, my nostrils 2 suns. I have the sun on my forehead. Stop. My feet are 2 suns. Stop, each finger is a sun at each toe. Stop. A sun in the arms, in the anus, in the neck. My feet, 2 suns, my ears, 2 suns, my nostrils, 2 suns. And this sun at the mouth, Cancer until the end of the stars. My belly is a sun. A sun is a system which starts at the heart. A sun is this Milky Way which runs out of my mouth, whirling sun. The sun balls its heat, the sun balls its light, the sun is Lucifer. I want him to be deaf and dead, horizontal as a felled forest. A pink dove breaks the cloud through and through. The sun was waiting. A sun, oh ship. A sun, oh silence. A sun, oh copper. Che Guevara has become a bush with white sap. The Pacific has become a lake of blood. Stop. I am the solar-bellied Indian who punches Beirut in a bath of light. Dead is the body that the shadows carry underground.
11. A yellow sun, a mad sun, a quiet sun, a red sun, a helios sun, moon reduced to a sun between 2 rocks. Boom, boom, boom. A solar wind pulls your teeth. Who? The future is a wind. A young boat on the wrinkles of the sea in the sun's eye. Warrior. The solar wind blows at 500 miles per second. Hula. Interplanetary circular dust accompanies the traveling, whirling sun. The sun revolves in 27 days and its pain affects me. I hurt at the sun's belly. The sun hurts at my belly. Oh, my love. I love a yellow sun. You love a blue sun. He loves a red sun. The sun plays. Stop. The sun cries. Stop. The sun falls asleep. Stop. A maddeningly yellow, a wart on my nose, satellites. The sun waits for Soyuz. The sun waits for Apollo. The sun is Gagarin. Malevich's red sun followed his funeral convoy all the way to Beirut. Beirut. Tel. Beirut. Sun. Beirut. Damascus. Beirut. Venus. Shiftings of time, shiftings of space on the navigation board of matter. Paris, Jupiter. New York, Saturn. Baghdad, Mercury. Stop. The sun hates wishful travelers. It explodes in anger. Who? The sun carries its victory from star to star on the road to the Milky Way. It goes out to dinner with a meteor. It drinks earthly alcohols. The sun burns out its sanity from cell to cell to reach an apotheosis. Cosmic radiations travel in a black universe. I remain at the heart of the revolution in the silent city. Tammuz is July laid on a sundial in a frozen bath.
12. Sun tribal head. Sky blue sun. The Hopi swastika. I would love to place you in the heart of the night, make the stone of your belly surge. The sun oscillates within a 7-mile radius. Oh, acoustical waves traveling. Sound runs on the solar phase, 140 miles a second, permanent and nuclear series. Sun tribal head, bristling with cannons, passenger of bloody ships. The rapacious sun, elephant, leading the tribe to its death. Stop. Slaughterhouse. The sun leads the children to the slaughterhouse, tells others to victory. The sun is happy. Young grass proliferates. A rapacious elephant leads the tribe to its slaughterhouse. Stop. The cannon spits a sun every hour on the hour. The solar elephant tilts the sky. The sun is vainly suspicious of armies. Resounding bell. Metal disc cutting the sky's membrane for a rain of blood. War in Beirut, war in Marrakesh, war in Dubai, war in Mosul. White sun, black sun, white sun, black sun, white sun, black sun. I planted the sun in the middle of the sky like a flag. A yellow sun floats like a tattoo over an incandescent tree. The sun is a blind tribal chief. Stop. The sun is blind. When you are thirsty and hungry, the sun eats its children and sings. The sun quivers, the sun wavers, the sun rises, the sun breathes. Oh, the solar chant rising from the belly of millions of women. The sun is a celestial fish possessed by a shapeless dizziness. The sun started on the road which leads the tribe to the slaughterhouse.
13. 7,000 Arabs on the siege, thirsty, blinded, stuck, extinct sun. There are tumors on the moons, craters and Mars domes. 7,000 Arabs in the belly of vultures, stuck, a yellow sun in their eyes. Oh, millinery hunger, oh, Canaan on the sun's map, intense winds escape from the nuclear furnace. Who? The sun burst, stop. The sun swelled, burst, trebled. Who? The yellow sun is a bag full of pills collected with a spoon in Arab's wounds. The sun bag of pearls, the sun hospital cosmic and cadaverous flower. The sun coat of arms of the Arabs, armor of the Muslims, light of the comets. The sun is a sick child, the sun is a dying on a mountain. O solar funerals, hearse carried by fedais dressed in black. O soldiers solar and nocturnal living on the black banks of a sewer. O camp of vine and verbena carrion smelling teozata. In the ravine that the camp overlooks like a kingdom, O sun. Women, children, men play a solar and deadly game. Life's enemy came by day and by night. And the sun cried, women, children, men, everything is dead. Sulfuric Venus flared in the sky. Hoo, hoo, hoo. The heat is stone-like. Oh, how flat is the sea. She's laminated. Bread is a piece of steel. A yellow sun, a black sun, a red sun, a white sun. The sun moves in our eyes. The sun is an Arab corpse. Son of Babylon, son of Gilgamesh, son of Muhammad. A crater flowered in the desert's body. Stop. It is the sun's eye. Resurrection of the dead. Stop. Resurrection of the planets. Stop. Resurrection of the peoples.
14. I advance as a white bird over your heads, with the sun in the belly. Feet in the sand. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Wind in my feet. I chose to wander. Stop. The yellow sun has risen on the camp. The purple sun in Canaan's eye. The green sun for Islam. A white sun on the fields of the future. A traveling shark. Oh, the sun is a shark pursuing stars in the sky's seas. I chose a tribal chief's son of Andromeda and the sun. The young king of Syria moves in the stormy instability of the skies. Yellow sun, blue sun tattoo in craters and wounds. They burned the chloroforms, ate the antiseptics. Stop, they laughed. Mercenary sun, Arabian anti-sun, big black hole in the universe. I climbed the column, I climbed the mountain, I climbed the cloud, I climbed the sun, and I saw masked men execute a carnage. We have to drink blood in order to join them, and wait for them in hell. O peaceful sun, eternal father of Canaan's children, O Babylonian deluge, ancestor of the Arabs, wind, wind, 1, 2, 3. Messages stream from the computers. I sleep with the radio in my arms. Stop, I sleep at Tel Zata, at the door of paradise. Stop, a solar bath. I see rockets among trees, concrete catching fire, cages crumble, smashing, crushing merchants, the cardinal points explode. Sleeps the horse, inoculated with innocence under the madness of the moon.
15.
The halls of
Depends if you want to continue, continue. If you don't want, then
You can go if you want.
Oh, okay. 15. In the halls of the sun, we manufactured virulent religions. We burned stillborn children. Who, the solar goddess. The brain is a sun. Stop. The sun is an eye. Each nuclear explosion blooms into a sun brain like a flower. Within the sun's atoms, we created virulent races. Stop. The sun's atoms are Muslim saints, muezzins. We used a bisturi on each solar atom. Oh sorrow. The sun is an Indian snake, a sioux covered with light. Indians lead rounds in the heart of the sun. Stop. Vertigo. Indians dance in their mother's belly. Stop. Yes, yes. Blinded angels are coming by the thousands, carrying petroleum-scoped banners. Arabs are dancing in the dust. Boom. The tribe is delirious. The yellow sun, children's toy in the shanty towns, is eating the sea. Each bullet is a ball planted in the brain. Yes. Light comes on horseback, crosses the desert, bathes the city. There is a paradise inside the yellow sun towards which the refugee is walking. There is a refuge only in death. There is no refuge but in fire. The sun's atoms are incarnating in my flesh. Stop, stop. Doom, doom, doom. The streets are covered with corpses whose mouths open to the spring. Mouths full of teeth, full of dust are shouting, Allahu Akbar. The sun is the tribe's ultimate god, the sea is a shroud. They came with whetted swords to fight the sea. They drowned. The sun's solar boat led them to the horizon.
17. Jupiter moves forward, followed by 13 moons. Stop. Ganymedes enamored of the sun. Beirut is a poultry yard with peacocks and the stench of poultry. Jupiter swims in a metallic solution. The discharge is incoherent. Beirut is a satellised planet, domesticated by its enemy, profanated by evil. An electric current covered with hair like a mare circulates in the universe. Beirut hides in trenches. Bending its neck goes to the slaughterhouse. The big red spot of Jupiter is a storm. Matter is desperate. Beirut is eaten by civil war. Children listen to the roar of cannons. Matter, in fury, turns in circles in the big void of the planets. Beirut wallows in misfortune. Who? Beirut bleeds. Matter circles in tornadoes on nebulous surfaces. Oh, Milky Way. More blood than milk, more pus than wine. Jupiter defies the sun. A yellow sun makes love to Jupiter. Hatred is filled with phosphorus. Jealousy wears a black ribbon. Jupiter revolves within the boundaries of its acid madness. Beirut turns round and round. It is a weathercock of disaster. Jupiter gets away from the sun and runs back to it. It is a hunting dog. Any Arab crowd is a crowd of poets. Listen to its maledictions. Incandescent planets darkly flutter in the heart of the war. Geomagnetic forces dry up our regions. We implore the rain. We receive solar particles. We want to see. We are blind. We go in hordes to praise the Lord. The solar face is pitiless. Jupiter and the sun fight over Gilgamesh's mortal remains.
Eighteen. I see white solar emissions, radiations of thoughts blazing with fire. The sun has lived half of its life. Stop. It stands at the center of the scales. 5 million years on each side, 5 billion Arabs hungered. Big blue tattoo on the galaxy's face. Yes, we are hungry. When Guatemala breaks down, Indians become watermelon seeds. The sun glides, the sun flies, the sun swings, the sun slides, the sun runs away. An intermediary yellow sun, the yellow sun of menopause. Its pupil in the big eye is the sun stares at us intensely. We are X-rayed by the sun, and the lies we tell are tumors. When Guatemala breaks under the teeth of the earth, they start laughing in Washington. Laughter. The sun is laughing. Laughter. The sun is laughing. Laughter. The sun is laughing. 5 billion solar years are gray snakes hiding in the texture of time. And 19? The universe is everywhere, and its childlike patience protects us. Stop. The universe's patience is a bomb. Stop. A child's patience is a flower. A yellow sun took the place of the Arab's eye, mouth, and teeth. On the big ships of the Arabian Gulf, they will sail like atoms. I think of the absolute freedom of the atoms in the sun's combustion. I wear the solar chrome as a chrome of sorrow. I am walking. O people with no calendar, O Arab people, O people unstable, O phosphorescent people. The sun is a fisherman's lake with burned feet let swim. A yellow sun stricken with menopause. O patience, sun. The day has come for you to be inoffensive, shapeless spinning top. The solar boat in the middle of its course gets sidetracked in orchards. In a porcelain sky, stop, full stop, stop, stop.
"20. Mercenaries brandish the sun. The sun itself is mercenary. A yellow sun, bought in the market. Stop, Angola, sold to Jupiter. The sun bloodbath poured on the bush. Stop, sun white mercenary. The sun's tentacles set Africa on fire. Stop, Arabs and blacks are stabbed. Who? An apocalyptic sun explodes. I hear the cracking of bones. A mercenary sun in love with the jungle warms the snakes. Blue bath blood is pouring over the bush like a nocturnal opera. Sunflowers are spinning in a solar yard. Stop. The sun is an opera. Stop. Morbid singers are climbing down the stairs. A sun yellow and soft. The sun is bald, like a hot afternoon. Pot-bellied, mercenary, aging female, that's the sun. Defeated, androgynous, sun, clear and androgen. They're biting their swords to rip children and immigrants. I made love to a gun under the shadow of the last palm. Sun spinning, top incredibly spinning instead of our eyes. I dribbled your dissident particles, made war to your wound. Whom? Mercenary covered with solar hair. I planted an Arab in the center of the sun like a fig tree. Then I spat blood, got purified in urine. The mercenary sun spent the season with me. 21. The sun is ferocious. Its back center turns ceaselessly. Stop. The sun is ill. Its hair is falling in black space. The sun disoriented cosmonauts. Cut the contact with Earth. The sun is losing its teeth. It lost its gun. The sun is a traitor. Traitor is the sun. Forever. The sun spits the blood sucked from scorpions. The sun drills holes in the brain of the Palestinian. The sun unites the Arabs against the Arabs. The sun married its mother to better crucify its son. The sun got dressed, became a transvestite, undressed, disguised. The sun walks naked on a burning rolling mill. The sun heads the convoy that leads light to catastrophe. The sun air pilot lands on the enemy's runway as a friend. The sun sells its lineage as slaves at dawn and in the west.
22. I am the prophet of the ruthless nation. Stop. The base of my brain hurts. Smohalla, tekunta, smohalla, tekunta, smohalla, tekunta, smohalla. I am a sniper with crude hair on my temples. Stop. The sun is a frozen lemon as big as presidents' noses. Each wounded is a dead man. Beirut is a corpse presented on a silver platter. The sorcerer, sun blows into straws, drinks lemonades in the cemetery's alleys. The sun has its palace decorated with ribbons. Stop. I am the terrorist hidden in the hold of a cargo from Argentina. The sun is a shark faithfully following Uruguayan sailors. I am the judge sitting in every computer shouting, freedom is for when? The sun distributes the hours into bureaucratic drawers. The convicts drag themselves to the fountain of blood. Amidst the smell of corpses forgotten by the garbage collector, sleeps the sun, while perspire the plants. 23. The radio says, history allocated 10 billion years to the sun. The sun has already lived half its age. Morning sun, evening sun, you are pure. You are pure. The sun insinuated itself into glycerine bags. The sun exploded. The sun emptied the drugstores. The sun is out for a walk in the desert. The sun takes drugs to commit its crimes. On the hills, it takes drugs. The sun has ripped skins, bellies, feet, and brains, and the trees. Even the grains of sand exploded. Beirut capsized into the sun's heart. Its spell annihilated it. We came with a sun instead of a face. Sun hung on a tree. And decapitated columns cried. Babylon's women got slaughtered. History has pushed the accelerator of its power to infinity. Villages fell as grains of dust. Roses are dynamos. The sun has emptied all courtyards, drank the fountain's water. Gilgamesh has raised the walls. The fields refuse to shelter the harvest. The sun has sat on the banks of the Orontes and of the Tigris forever. Gilgamesh has returned in an airplane to water us with petroleum. We washed our eyes in the solar inferno. Blind are the Arab kings who howl in the night. The sun is an eternal wind which became insane the morning of its first love.
24. Baudelaire, mercenary son, alphabet, originated in Ugarit, king of Babylon. Sun, prince of words, stop. The word's creation, stop. A yellow sun, a word, a sun, choking my throat. Between the Tigris and the Euphrates, the sun is quivering. Between the river Meuse and Spain, a yellow sun remembers. Speech is made of solar particles. Stop. Who? Baudelaire mercenary telling his words to solar tribes as that many bullets. Sun, knower of men, the sun is a verb carried by our fingers. Sun, hordes of poets manifesting the dethroned power of words. Big phosphorescent rings chain language to the tree of evil. A yellow sun, a blue sun, a black sun, the language circuit has burned. Stop. Baudelaire mercenary Gerard de Nerval's assassin. Stop. Son Avicenna, the hangman of Al-Hallaj, who was thrown to the gutters of Andalusia. The sun divested itself from its words in Dhofar for an intergalactic journey. 25. It's raining on the sea. Stop. The fish open their umbrellas to protect her. It's Anat, it's Ishtar, it's Isis, it's Aphrodite, on the lookout for the male sun. The sun has risen on a damp arm. Stop. I gave birth to a dead city. The fish have eaten the corpses which float down the mountain. On Mount Sanin, the sun wept. Stop. Tears made of lead and petroleum. A sun, red and blue brazier, sacrificed a lamb in the city's arteries. The militiamen settled in the veins of my eyes. Boom, boom was a song, and the infernal message. How many ghosts hide in the silence? The fish disembark. Stop. Settle down and give parties. A shark stays by the window. The whale sits on the throne. Sunfish swimming only in dried up wells. Sun whale wrapped with electric wire. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Waters are running and earth is melting in a deluge, bowl of water. We return to the child who drowned in these solar rivers one morning. Oh, Andalusia and Murray besieged by cosmic rays, and lunar Beirut on its knees with its people in the belly. Fish back in their tank like so many fetuses. Winds. The silent march of matter spirit in the body of the amputated is an eternal voyage.
"26. Who is it? It's Christ whose head turned into a white sun. His burial, full planks and nails scattered in meadows. His mother, dressed in lunar rays and white silence. His will, a $10 bills posted in New York. His son, the product of the ox and the snake. His weapons, his fingernails hanging on the sun. His mother, the planet Saturn. His burial, the one of the neighbor who was made king by arrow. His son, the water carrier, the noise, and the lightning. His will, a succession of tombs in the center of town. Who is it? It's Christ whose head wears a white bandage forever. His daughter, war with no revolution. 27. The sun always moves against the wind. The sun revolves in cyclones. The sun lies on a table, white walls, undulate in the heat. The sun had its legs amputated, oh defeated mercenary. Flies are buzzing, worms stink, blood is turning white. They carried the sun on their stretched arms to the cemetery, escorted by its planet, stop. The sun falls in a vortex of death. They cut the sun's ear and stuffed it in a jar. The smell of phenol contaminated the bread for a pool. The children played bath ball with the sun's dead body, stop. They put nails, chains, and metal bars in the sun's body. They can wear masks, stop. They can poison, stop. They can castrate it, stop. They gave the child a coffin to play with, stop. The yellow sun shrunk, amputated, he called his mother. Ishtar never answered, stop. The Virgin never called, stop. In the dead sun's body they hide their plunder. On the city's highest tower, they proclaim the kingdom of death. The archaic coals distributed to the waves, the scattered organs of the solar disk, stop. Sun, Delawa, Beirut, hell. The sun broke its cables, it's sliding towards a new abyss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The sun is the fighter's heavy load. The boat crumbled under the sun's weight. Incredible sun, you took the road to evil. A mad sun lost its hair standing on the hill. Beirut heading towards the fisherman's white inferno. Oh, incredulous harvest, the sun broke loose to take us in its arms. To the red-hot table, the Palestinian is soldered. The sun broke its cables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trees with fiery fingers are monstrously swelling. A senile sun dribbles over the plants and shadows his sisters. The moon barks to rouse the clouds, follows a rain of bullets. O desert infinite and vaster than the sun, and jealous of my memory. 1 dried well, 2 dried wells, 3 dried wells, 4 dried wells. The sun broke its silence for a chain of maledictions. 24?
29.
29. The sun is unsettled. Dissident erupted in anarchy. I forbade the sky to traverse my eyes. Stop. Running, they came with yellow ears and drenched nostrils. I saw cross sparrows with death in their sockets. The boys cried, stop. The girls didn't scrape the lining. The father died of a heart attack on a boat named Cyprus. The mother was beating new raw meat. The enemy surged from a stone mill. She ate with cannibal eagerness the icons and the braid. They sang Salala to me on Resurrection Sunday. The sun, Wazing, intonated prayers till the evening of palms. The mother and the resident met in the fire. I saw them throw their cut-off fingers on the church's platter. The saints did not come to their rescue, the companions neither. Between 2 epic poses they fought, believe it. The sun's flame rose on the thermometer. Muezzin and the priest posted bulletins of victory. The combatants remained horizontal on the horizontal line of the sea.
30. Rider of clouds, sun Syrian worker, Proto-Sinaitic. What a purple and violent abyss broke loose on the primordial land of Syria. What an ancestral love out of the infinite and the universe had to reside in your belly. I smothered the sun with an iron bar, disfigured its words, tore its face, and mine. Big black holes, quasars, the other's death in Beirut. The sun is on its way to extinction.
Stop.
Stop. Splinters from shells or solar splinters. Little pieces of death, pieces of Osiris's body, dispersed while great Isis is absent. Who? Great Isis is absent. Stop. I am the root that her tomb crushed. Stop. My planet-like face is pockmarked by miserable particles of lead. My grandfather is giving the last battle in an abyss inhabited by bats. In the land of Adonis, raspberries bleed as much as we do. A yellow sun, a yellow sun, a yellow sun, a yellow sun. The sea quivers under its mobile corpses. Man is slaughtered more than sheep. Baal sun, thunder and black rain. The sea gave birth to snakes. Lightning breaks through the city's towers. Electricity oozes from our eyes. How can we exercise malediction when we ourselves are cursed? What to do with the sun when it hides behind tear gas? Drink it. Drink it in little sips, so that tenderness resembles hell. 31. Beirut is close to the human tide. Stop. The harbor sank. There is no sap left in the trees for the people's thirst. A forest of cactus shelters iron birds. Stop. Houses lose their arms. A sun yellow with anger rummages in the corpses' bellies. The combatants curse the heat which filters through their eyelashes. Flies buzz like helicopters above dry fountains. I ate dragonflies from morning to night. Stop. Who? Dog-shaped ghosts sleep in dump sites. The earth spits nauseous rays as if they were words. The sun is a death star. Stop, the sky is its tomb. The new cavemen dribble lead. The sea is a blue and white shroud. Stop. The drapers left town. The witch doctors gave their scalping tools to the liberated prisoners. The latter are cutting the head of whoever goes by. The human tide barks at the door of the palm groves. Stop. There is no bread, no water, no air, no light. There is death's warm coat and nothingness. And when their weapons fall with fatigue, they fight with their nails. (32) Pontiac, Faisal, Pontiac, Faisal, Pontiac, Faisal, Pontiac, Faisal, Pontiac. The sun drank the victory, pissed it out in the Mississippi. Warm seas are full of rotten algae and woolly birds. Red is the sun at sunset, as at sunrise and bitter. A yellow lemon between its teeth and its phallus exposed. The young king of Arabia is bathing in oil. His mouth is shiny, and black his teeth sink in petroleum. His eyes are becoming blind, inch by inch, like distorted suns. The sea is a belly dilated to receive the stillborn. Indians and Arabs give battle backwards and backwards. Gold powder covers the fighters betrayed by the woman. There is in every tribe a gold-thirsty traitor. There is in every Arab a traitor thirsting for the West. Pontiac and Faisal, hand in hand, sleep in the sunset. The last king of the humiliated races remains laying on the horizon.
33. The Arab sun is a perennial atom bomb, drinking milk, sadistic, tubercular. With its fingers sewn, the sun caresses the Euphrates. It runs and multiplies from the Atlantic to the Gulf to smash a blade of grass. A tattooed sun eats the hand that helps it to rise. It hurries from Baghdad to Beirut to rip up 8,000 horses. On the pine forest, a sickly sun drops pesticides. It hunts the gazelle from a motorcycle. A rachitic sun marries the Beirut woman to beget a deformed child. It goes to sea to only decimate blue sharks. A sun ball of smoke puts harbor after harbor on fire. Stop. Black smoke. It eats up wheat silos in front of hungry mouths. A cholera-stricken sun moves in the camp's labyrinth. It tortured the Palestinian fighters already gunned down on a bed of dirt. A sun filled with glory drinks the shanty town sewers. Stop. Full stop. It pretends to be king and whips improbable slaves. A faltering sun implores the mountain. A venomous sun buys jewelry in the great capitals. It escorts a herd of beggars to the Friday prayers. Dismembers Syria. A sun gone insane chases its tail on the marketplace. The sun dips into an eclipse and crepuscular gloom. 34. Oh no. Yamu storm sets in the west. The sun sings by candlelight, the sad victory laid out on the slabs. A man has died in Beirut, a woman too. It's their first night of rest in a long time. Takunta Indian warrior climbs on Mount Arafat. 6,000 men, 100 tanks decimate the companions of the resistance. Oh, how cold is the ground in full summer when it is watered with blood. Jisr el-Basha got ready for the revelation. Tel Zatar perfumed with flowers. A young man and his beloved die hand in hand. The bride is welcomed by the sun. The moon covers the adolescent with praise. They sleep together on their bed, riddled with bullets forever. Forever.
35. 1. Yellow plane, transformed into a sun, goes faster than the sun. 1. Yellow mercenary, crawls under the stones all the way to the hill. 1. Wounded man, a hole in his forehead, walks under the sun. Yellow worms crawl out of the hole. The air is warm. Stop. 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 A sun, airborne. A sun, airplane. Circles up there. There is no water, no plasma, no air. There is the radio. There are starfish streaking in the night. The Tuaregs arrive motorized, empty-handed. Who? Libya disappears under the tornadoes of sand. Egypt buries the solar pharaoh under spit. Only the Yakima Indian washes her forehead. The besieged Palestinians walk on all fours. The great solar circle has encircled them in its iron ring. And tired of words, they begin to bark. 36. In the dark irritation of the eyes, there is a snake hiding. In the exhalations of Americans, there is a crumbling empire. In the foul waters of the rivers, there are Palestinians. Out of its borders, pain has a leash on its neck. In the wheat stalks, there are insects, vaccinated against bread. In the Arabian boats, there are sharks, shaken with laughter. In the camel's belly, there are blind highways. Out out of time, there is spring's shattered hope. In the deluge on our plains, there are no rains but stones. 37. Wind-blown seconds are swelling the tide. It's the sadness of windbags. Drinking wine, I drink blood and lie next to an inanimate body. I go down the stairs of the Divine Comedy under Tel Zata's Tel. Seconds are filled with sands, and tears and eyes are planted with fern. Doomed is the day. Doomed, dum dum, splash and doom. They killed the dream with an axe, with an axe, with an axe. I go down a waterless river in front of mercenaries. Their hatred is a laser, their glances are descents into hell. The killed Fadai's bride lost her arm and her leg. On the horizon, children are advancing as birds on the moon. The sun has spent the night underground, humming the insane and the sick. I saw caterpillars as long as elephants.
"38. A clear morning of cold rocks lost on an oceanic trail. A lighthouse calls the tide of Palestinians branded with red. Their guts protrude as umbilical cords. Savage is the enemy who settles in their eyes. Stop. Oh, sorrow. The sun's spinal cord ending in liquefied brains. Active death, livelier than life, but black and surgical. A solar storm column falling on the martyr's head. Fidying of a stillborn cause of a sun, born from antimatter, in the big holes of space. Mortuary chambers are being prepared. The Palestinians are dumped in a spacecraft heading for the moon. They sing their own requiem in a launched rocket, piloted by the angels of evil. In outer space, they get lost. Stone has no memory. Stop. The sun neither. Stop. On the marketplace, a bull is slaughtered in their stead. The Torah's horn says, spinning Palestine between sunflowers and tops. There is an eternal quarrel. An airplane is circling the earth without ever landing. The blood-stained sun is presiding in the prisons. 39. When the living rot on the bodies of the dead, when the combatants' teeth become knives, when words lost their meanings and become arsenic, when the aggressor's nail became claws, when old friends hurry to join the carnage, when the victor's eye become live shell, when clergymen pick up their helmets and crucify, when officials open the door to the enemy, when the mountain people's feet weigh like elephants, when roses grow only in cemeteries, when they eat the Palestinian's liver before he's even dead, when the sun itself has no other purpose than being a shroud. The human right moves on. 40. The sun is a camera which operates only in black and white. White, white, white is the color of terror. From their eyes, nothing remains but white and trees. Blackness. In the underground black room, always black is experience. The sun is counting the earth's rotations, automobile wheel, and on the Palestinian's head rose a truck. A concrete roof collapsed on 500 bodies, and the sun took the pictures of the CIA's archives. Some camera majestic lens, prints of the gaze. White, white, white is the result of the sun's clicking. When teeth become as white as eyes, the sun is excursional. focal point of death, goes into action. Blood has no color in the torture chambers. Infrared rays make writings on the calcinated bodies of the Arabs. 41. Arabs are the red algae which gives its muscle on the ocean to the ocean. A worker flies from hill to hill, stop. Follow the bees, stop. He's a pearl diver, stop. He fishes out cartridge, by God. His bread is made of iron, his water is his mother's pea. He'll wander from wall to wall in solar speeds. He'll read his itineraries. He'll throw garbage in front of his former home. His brain will explode under a beam of light. He'll get transformed into a solitary. Mute will be anonymous and tattooed. Arabs are red roots bleeding on a concrete floor.
42. Sitting in the sun's center, I am guided by continents. Arabs live lives which go by in elephant lines. O millenniums of marches and water searches. O caravans of hunger and curiosity. O passion for space. And the species' submission to the cardinal virtues of time. The infectious throbbings of America's bliss have flowered the sky with parachutes. How to forget the rockets gone to Venus and Mars? O solar crucifixion and powerlessness of the most brilliant of the stars. Between love and the tenuity of seconds, the sun was trapped. 43. I climbed the highest tower to look into the sun. My hair caught fire. My eyebrows burned. But I saw tornadoes covered with flames, storms, viscera, circles of magic. The sun put its head into its hands, filled with tears. Oh, yellow victory. Its face is eaten by salt. Stop. It is self-flagellating. In lava are sitting nakedly spinning dervishes banned from a summer garden. Under the obscene ties of angels, miserable beings are waiting. Should we love the poor, the left, out of the rebels and the oppressed? I married a river to eat its fish. Cannibal, cannibal. No one met any tenderness, nothing, which is alive, knows how to love. Bald, malicious women are feeding the fire. They came out of the furnace with white ears and burst eyes. I climbed on the tower of spits. Oh, yellow sun. Oh, blue sun. We all sat down around the burnt-out meal. Hatred fought hatred, recognizing absolute evil to be absolute. The sea spat its pus on our beaches and in our mouths. The sun's throat is a tunnel which swallows our armies. Desire is dispersed on wheat fields. I saw castles planted between two graveyards. 44. Where do you want ghosts to reside? In our wakeful hours, there are flowers which produce nightmares. We burned continents of silence and the future of nations. The breathing of the fighters got thicker, became like oxen's. There is in that breath sparkles of scorched flesh and the fainting of stars. We crucify Gilgamesh on a tank Viking II reaches Mars. Imam Ali dances over a nuclear blast. Cursed are the clouds which repel water. Cursed are the Arabs who fell tall and haggard eucalyptus trees. 45. We are all future corpses. The sun, like you, is covered with flowers. I of Baudelaire, hunted by violence, divine eye haunted by matter. We are future astronauts, gone to lunar funerals. The last assault is broken on the tell, the smell of time portends evil. Continents broke away from their moorings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A horse swallows its teeth. A yellow sun, a green sun, an extinguished sun, a green sun, a yellow sun. Ah. The poet came with blind words and empty pockets. C, D, E, F. I of Baudelaire, mercenary back from Angola, shipped by cable. I of Ibn al-Farid, back from the Thames, and spiked in Juni by the sea. The grave diggers used coffins to build houses. On every branch, the militia hung severed heads. They dug out the dead, cut their organs, and stuffed their mouths. One's cruelty was helped by the other's cruelty. Destiny has been derailed. On the wires traveling, doves read messages. The radio gave the numbers, and television the colors. I breathed the breath of the plague, and they chased me out of the camp, throwing stones at me, throwing stones, throwing stones. The living had slept 59 days with the corpses. 59 days. 59 days. Not counting the nights and the hours.
46. There are more Syrian kings in the anthills than ants. Stop them. They drank drops of sweat and infants' blood. The invaders arrived with cameras, followed by a huge solar laughter. I pushed a body into a well, and it talked back to me with a Palestinian accent. I was scared. A fighter arrived, running, and planted a flag and a sword. The Syrian kings stood one by one, left their well for another well. The sun came down from the sky to inspect the underground. Stop. It went back, nauseated. The Syrian kings went into the second well on all four. I was scared. A fighter arrived perched on a tank. Stop. Saluted. Each leader's eldest son played ball with his younger brother. Stop. The American ambassador arrived with a bullet in the back and crutches. The sun got subdued with tranquilizers, started chewing grass. Young men began hopping in their labyrinths, shouting, "Everything stinks." "Yes," said the sun, your consciences stink too as well as your tattooings." The Syrian kings tried to get out of their well. "No," said the sun, "I'm blue." The sun cut their toes and told the Palestinians, "This is your dinner." 47. I want people to call God our brother, our brother. O celestial comrade, born of the night and of light, stop. O celestial comrade, receive your brothers in your eternity. O celestial comrade, write their name on their burnt limbs. O celestial comrade, give water and bread to the hungry. O celestial comrade, give fuel to the friendly airplane. O celestial comrade, please the widows by evoking their husbands. O celestial comrade, allow brides to ignore the sounds of war. O celestial comrade, reunite the combatants' dispersed bones. O celestial comrade, erase the blackness of mourning and plant rose bushes. O celestial comrade, sing the requiem of glory for those whose voice is sealed in tombs. 48. They sleep under wild mulberry as if they themselves were roots. The non-invisible sun broils their eyes. Stop. They came by night. Which night? The one which outlasts the sky. Let the lack of bread become a fabulous song. The sheep share their wool, and the wolf its anger. Snakes come to help airplanes sting those who sleep. Under the haggard gaze of black stars, stop. In the smell of manure from the banana fields, the stench of despair rises in the air. There is no dialogue save between stones. Stop. Apples are put to sleep. Pentothal is reserved for the army, torture for the innocent. Our eyes stare at the sea. Refuse and crashed planes swim under the sun. I saw camels harnessed to the USA and going at 200 miles an hour. For 1 hour, dust has devoured all. They climbed to the top of their tents to look at the future. Death, wearing her ornaments, arrived on her horse for a very long halt.
59. When the madness of the peoples of the world knocks at the door, we go down and open. But to see them agitate their sea-colored kites, they claim bread, but also and mainly the purity of waters and the purity of eyes. Stop. They demand mornings to outnumber nights, but weary of counting the tombs of the sun's glory, they fold their blankets while the weather is cold. Whoop. They go on foot under a sky inhabited by space rockets. Their tongue is cooler than dew. Their nostrils are humid. Spring rambles at their sight. Stop. The harvest is accelerated. The houses follow the epic march. They are also moving for the very first time. Rivers are playing invented instruments, and under the blue clouds of Babylon, turtle doves announce a thunder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The thunder of a war which needs not generals. 50. There have been pounds and pounds of decomposed flesh, tons of suffering, millions of dollars of pain, tons of crushed flesh. There have been mountains of corpses and rivers of blood, bags filled with bones, baskets filled with eyes, bowls filled with the lymph. There have been meadows covered with human skin under the Arabian moon, millions of dollars of hatred and tons of sorrow. There have been yellow shells over the mourning of disemboweled houses, tons of despair and gigantic rivers filled with our collective tears.
When your last slumber wake and garden are evoked, pens in miseries reach our eyelids. when the sun does justice to life and death in the middle of the sky. A mask of steel descends over its face. The soldiers play a game of marbles with extinguished stars. Oh, great tattoo maker! The asphalt swells, runs into their mouths. Greece is evil. Within the reflections of black surfaces and in yellow mirrors, I fall asleep. The lake and the garden enter through the window. Armored vehicles match the sun's fortress. Submarines aim their turret guns at the planet Venus. But coded messages continue to arrive by the end of the hour. They give the gang of the soldiers poisoned by raspberries. Night waves on my eyes and blows hard into my nostrils. Light on light. 52. The sun has 52 vertebrae, the hand in by its neck. It has 52 vertebrae. Trinity of dawn, robe for apocalypse, a wide and thoughtful sky. A yellow sun, a blue sun, a red sun. Lakes which number 6. The sun has numbers in its food and robes which number 3. Trinity of pen. I see pink roofs and restless turtle doves. The great clouds migrate to the north. September blows into winter. They laughed together, they went to heaven at the tip of a rope. Do you know a smell of soap that accompanied their death? Who? The sun's spinal cord remains forever suspended. Between sky and earth, 3 Palestinians are sailing. Like slow fish, half earthbound, half celestial, they circle Mother Earth. Who? They enter through our eyes and exist through the mouth. Hooray! The robes had been tinged with soap to make torture hygienic. The executioner washed his hands not to contaminate the victims. On Damascus main square, 3 trees grew in 4 hours. The general were on time, the tourists at their windows. The people were saying, praise be held. 53. There has been battle between carrions and corpses. I've been in love with a corpse. They tied him by the hair of the old Chevrolet gunfire. Legs still apart, his genitals offering speeds. His back scratched the asphalt. Children applauded. The sun long ago deserted the women's faces. The later said, the Palestinian never suffers enough, nor does the Armenian. The neighborhood had a name. Badoui. The month was August, the day Saturday. I saw dark-skinned men wear hunting boots and soft jackets. The donkeys and the pigs refused their company. Ho. A woman, a different shoe on each foot, looked at them. More beautiful than the virgin, more heavily built, more tender in her heart, larger than seas, oceans, and continents. They laughed, ignoble. They laughed.
54. Absence. Death to those who keep waiting. Great lunar journey. Great subterranean journey. Great solar journey. Who? Occult absence and presence terror. Put into capsules. Mouth of the sea. I took the women by the hand and settled them in the south. Packs of hounds came to lay at their feet. The trees went up the terraces to admire the rockets. I vanquished the drought and predicted the deluge. The Tigris and the Euphrates disappeared. The women went much further. The enemy started to cry. The sea vomited its octopus on the Greek coast. Syria trembled. It is by peeling onions that cities fall stone on stone. They locked them up in cages. They knocked down airplanes. They put them on helicopters. They crawled on their bellies. Placidly, we put the stars away under blankets. Death to those who do not replace their eyes with electric bulbs. It's the sea that follows funerals. Standing up. In the narrow fields, there are those who expect dawn to break. A knowledge made of mercy covers the tombs. Herds are being slaughtered in lieu of rivers. Petroleum is used in the evening and for the night's apotheosis. Anonymous combatants hustle the live and the dead in their will to reach the future. History is dead. The sun is nothingness. The air is burning forever. 55. Mao, or the new rainbow. Mao, or the new rainbow. Mao, or the new rainbow. O vigor of the sun in the crossing of the Yangtze, swimming, Mao is the new rainbow, walking throughout a solar year. O vigor of the sun in its flight from the Arden to Adnan. Mao is double son of Arabia, whom Rimbaud carries on his back. Hand in hand, Rimbaud and Mao end up in the Harar. They sign power pacts and walk in the bush. Mao crosses Lebanon on foot, and the Rabb al-Khali on a bicycle. But it is on foot that he crosses the great desert of Syria, which takes him with Rimbaud to the Great Wall of China.
'56. Sounds of laughter are back on target. Sunken suns. We find strength in carrying flowers to disemboweled corpses. The sea licks the ballast and the rays of the cosmic train. Demented women stand alone under the moon's noise, errands in the basilica. Bodies burnt at the start of the century and mummified with salt are digged out. With their legs thrown apart, bodies cry the absence of their sexual parts. They will not reproduce in the other world, will not make love to laurel trees. I said that this tongue, smoking like roast lamb, will disappear. Make tomorrow's men speak in signs, collectively. They threw the Arabic language to the garbage, toads took it up. Rivers will be abundant but solitary, the mountains too. Eclipses will descend on earth to eat grass, wisely. A plate and fried eggs for the prophet's assassin. From valley to valley, under the subterranean sand, we'll wait. Spring will refuse to come. Earth will not have seasons anymore. 57. The sun has sulfuric dreams, is growing a dark horn. His mouth painted with lime, an Arab drinks the horse's water. The sun gets lost in dunes The world is in darkness. The monkey in the coconut tree wears ties and pants. Government officials too. Hasn't the sea told you that its power doesn't work anymore? A fish dies in the belly of another fish, also dying, on Arabia's map. Amputated, they had to cross the desert on the naked bones of their legs, and above all, had to avoid crying like puppies newly born. The sun has burned the lips of the poets. These smile with their teeth. Roses went mad. They bleed in public places. Killers are condemned to praise the beauty of the sea. Sons make their beloved mothers pregnant. Twirling suns. During the whole length of the war, we saw the sun go for mountain walks. It distributed books to the blind, guns to the one-armed men. In the cellars, it drank the acid wine of the Becca. Stop. It jammed the trails of the Milky Way. The Arabs, astronomers follow the wrong stars, and when night falls, they say, here is the beginning, the day, and the victory. 58. Oil wells will dry out, and 8-headed monsters will crawl on earth. Neither the cross of David nor the star will resist the yellow waves. Yellow is the color of plague. Yellow is the sun's color. Palm trees will fall in front of the electric organs. The banners of death float on the pylons. The desert will be covered with concrete, springs sequestered by angels carrying blue swords. Mountains of ice will melt in a boiling sea of salt. People's tongues will turn into tongues of fire. On the throne of goodness there will be a mute death. In the seat of evil we shall install an old mummy. Throats will choke with gold, iron safes used as coffins, and rats will inherit the heralded kingdom.
59. When the sun will run its ultimate road, fire will devour beasts, plants, and stones. Fire will devour the fire in its perfect circle. When the perfect circle will catch fire, no angel will manifest itself. Stop. The sun will extinguish the gods, the angels, and men, and it will extinguish itself in the midst of its daughters. Matter spirit will become the night. In the night, we shall find knowledge, love, and peace.
العود يرميني عاوي يرميني وبنايبات القدر بس هام يرميني عاوي يرميني اللي أوده بروض الضد يرمي والله ياي أبي راض الضد